YouTube vinyl community, Australian album fans, random people on the internet. My name is Giggens, and we're here today to take a look at the majority of the records I picked up in Australia, and we're just going to jump right in. So this first one is Harpo at Work, Harpo Marx. I don't remember if I have this one. I know I have another one of his records. I'm pretty sure I don't have this one. Either way, it's an Aussie copy of it, which is really, really cool. In really nice shape. I'm a huge Marx Brothers fan, so anytime I see something sort of unusual Marx Brothers related, I try to pick it up. And I found a Aussie copy of his book as well, printed from the late 70s. So it was definitely a Harpo kind of trip. This is really cool, an Australian copy of Adam Hart Mother. I don't own this on vinyl at all, I don't think. So this was really, really fun to pick up. So yeah, this was really fun to pick up, and I'll just take it out really quick. It's on the Harvest label. And the vinyl is just like immaculate, so very stoked to put this one on. That album cover is just iconic. This next record has been at Red Eye Records for the last... I've been to Australia 3 times, and it's been there ever since. And every single time I look at it, I'm like, I should pick that up, because I'm never going to see it anywhere else ever again. And this trip was that time. Return of the Zombies. This is a German copy. And in most countries, it was called New World, and I think that's how it's listed on Spotify. But yeah, The Return of the Zombies, 1990. It's got all the zombies except for Rod, and Paul plays guitar on a couple of tracks. I don't know if he plays guitar on all of them. So it's kind of a trio, kind of 4 of them. It's a really interesting little collection here, but it's the only copy I've ever seen on vinyl, and I happened to find it in Australia, called Return of the Zombies. So yeah, very, very cool to pick that one up. The next couple of these I found in the cheapo bin in a couple different record stores, but The Shadows' Greatest Hits, I mean, that cover alone sold me on that. It's just rad to see that Columbia label. I mean, look at the back of this thing, just nice and simple. Shadows' Greatest Hits Volume 2, but that cover was just too good to pass up. And this is one I've wanted to pick up for a while too, The Best of Simon and Garfunkel. But check this out. Love that. Love that. And the track selection is really cool too. A couple of the random ones, like Sparrow is on here. Their version of The Times They Are A-Changin'. But then side 2 pretty much nails it, ending with Homeward Bound. But yeah, excellent little collection there. That cover is just amazing. This next one, I've heard a bunch from this band, but I've never heard all of their albums. And I haven't heard this one in particular, but Tropical F-Storm, if you will. This is an older record, I believe, at this point. But yeah, very stoked to dig into this one. I bought it off the cover alone. It's such a groovy, far out, kind of psychedelic picture. I had to pick it up, so very excited to see what that sounds like. This one I found at one of the charity shops down there. Andy Stewart and his friends at the White Heather Club. It's just, I'm assuming, just bagpipe songs. But I loved some of the names. There's Wee Cooper of Fife. There's Loch Tay Boat Song. Tobermory Treasure. Dancing in Kyle. So I'm excited to see what this one sounds like. I have a bit of a Scottish heritage as well. This one was absolutely insane. I never thought I would own this in my entire life, but this is a birthday present from Jenny. This is George Harrison's All Things Must Pass, Aussie copy. And for those who don't know, I'll show you. It's not a box like in America. It's actually a fold-out. Trifold. Gotta be careful with it. I don't want to break it. Yeah. Folds out in 3. There's the back cover. And there's the spine. But just something you will never see in America. These next 2 records I picked up at a newer shop in Newtown called Tengu Records. And it was one of those record stores you walk in and your jaw just drops. It was like, wow, I can't believe all this is in one room. It was mostly records from Japan. And so I picked up some things I'm never going to see over here, you know? So I got the Japanese version of Meet the Beatles on red vinyl. Check that out on the Apple label, which is really, really cool. And then I also grabbed Beatles number 5, which is reminiscent of the Beatles 65 record, but the track list is completely different. So side 1 is Long Tall Sally, the German version of She Loves You, Anna, Matchbox, You Really Got a Hold on Me, She's a Woman, Ask Me Why, like very random track selection. Black vinyl for this one. This again was in the cheapo bin, but it's one that I've wanted forever. Jenny has a much better copy than I do, but I had to pick it up. The Beach Boys, MFP. The track listing, How She Boogalooed It, Don't Talk, Car Crazy Cutie, We'll Run Away, Miserloo, Whistlin'. Like, what is this track list? It doesn't make any sense, but that's exactly why I picked it up. I definitely got to give it a clean. The back cover feels kind of gross, so I'll give that a clean. Up next, this was from Beat Disc and Parameta, but the great Otis Redding sings soul ballads in mono. This is a British copy, actually, with the flipbacks, and the jacket's kind of toasty, but the record itself played through just fine. But very cool to see a British copy of an Otis Redding album, so I grabbed that. Jimmy Ruffin's Sunrise, David Ruffin's brother, What Becomes of the Brokenhearted, that was his big song. But this is like a surprise Bee Gees song. I picked it up at 19th Nervous Breakdown, is the name of the store. And I looked at the back and started reading all the credits, and I saw Maurice Gibb, Robin Gibb, and then like Barry Gibb, like Andy Gibb. I'm like, this is a Bee Gees album that they wrote for Jimmy Ruffin, so it's actually really solid too. I'm digging that one. And last but certainly not least, a very nice copy of the Paul Simon Songbook, Japanese copy from the 70s. I believe it's from the mid-70s, 1973. Okay, so early 70s, but just a gorgeous album, and I'm really excited to put this copy on. The vinyl looks immaculate, so I'm really stoked to hear the sounds. So there you go, a massive amount of records I shoved in my suitcase to bring back home. Yeah, I made my clothes rolled up like spaghetti to fill these records in there, and it's totally worth it. So let me know your favorite one from the pile. Let me know your thoughts on these records. Which one do you have? Which one are you looking for? Let me know. Curious to hear your thoughts on these releases, because it's just stuff that you don't see in America. So very cool to pick it up and give it a home here amongst its friends in the room. Yeah, we'll chat about these records here, but let me know. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Giggens. This has been my Aussie vinyl pickup for now. There's still more to come. And yeah, let me know your comments. See you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.